Salutations, and thank you all for tuning in for another round of the Daily Soul Suggestion. This is a collective energy reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I hope that you all had a restful weekend. I missed you yesterday learning to get a hang of this homeschool stuff, so I was busy with that yesterday. So that being said, you may hear some background noise, so if you do, my apologies. Usually when I'm recording, I am at home by myself. So, okay, this is a collective energy reading for today, Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If this is not the message for you, but you're looking for some guidance, you can scroll through my channel. And if you find any titles that resonate, that would be the message for you at that time. If you're guided to watch this message after today's date, then whenever you're guided to watch this message, that would be the message for you at that time. If you would like a look into your own personal situation, please feel free to contact me. All of my information is in the description box below. And I think that's all we have. So let's get started. Divine Spirit, angels, and guides, please make me a clear channel of communication. Please bring forth the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved in love, healing, and light. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for inspiring us. And thank you for being with us now. All right, one more shuffle and we'll get started. Okay, what do we have, Spirit, in the current energies for today, March 31? Okay, we have intuition and the King of Air. So the King of Air is a masculine energy. When the King of Air is upright, it's somebody that is very diplomatic, somebody who's very fair, somebody who is very balanced. They are a compassionate leader. They're very communicative. And when this card is in reverse, it is a very toxic masculine energy. This person is not willing to communicate. This person is very much trying to exert their power and control over someone, maybe their own life. This is very much overthinking, and that's coupled with intuition. So if you're in an energy right now where you're really overthinking something, you're not communicating about something, Spirit is saying you need to be using your intuition, and you need to let your intuition guide you, and you need to not be overthinking or overly controlling of a situation. So what do we have in the unconscious energy today, Spirit? What's in the unconscious energy today? One more pass and then we'll... Oh. The Four of Fire. This is the focus and alignment card. So if there's something that you're overthinking about, that you're thinking about taking action on, but you're not communicating that right now, and you're not really taking the movements for that, and Spirit is saying use your intuition, then there's going to be focus that needs to be had. You need to really focus on what you're trying to do. What do we have in the conscious energy? Okay. So there is something that you are not communicating on and overthinking on, if this message is resonating for you, because we have the 10 of water in reverse with the 5 of water. And the 10 of water is all about beginnings and endings. It's about closing out cycles. It's about trusting in the universe to help you go with the flow and really make that stuff happen. And so when the 10 of water is in reverse, it's all about somebody who is not letting go, somebody who is not trusting in the timing of the universe, somebody who won't close out a cycle so that a new cycle can begin. And that's coupled with the 5 of water. And the 5 of water is that feeling of hopelessness and despair. It's feeling like you're alone and you don't have other people around you. And this is very much heavy in the conscious energy. So it makes sense that we have the King of Air in reverse and somebody not taking action, because there is some sort of cycle that needs to be closed out. And I don't know if you're feeling like closing out this cycle would bring you this feeling of being alone, or maybe there's people around you that you think won't support you in closing out this cycle. or you're feeling this heaviness, this burden, this sadness, this loneliness, because you know that you need to close out this cycle and you're not closing out the cycle, which is causing this feeling of loneliness because you're then not moving toward the things that you know would bring you fulfillment. What do you have for guidance here, Spirit? What's your guidance? We have integrity in reverse. So Spirit is saying that do the things that you know are morally, ethically, and true to your highest self. The integrity card is really all about being true to your highest self, doing the things that you know would bring you happiness. And with this card in reverse, Spirit is saying that you're not being true to yourself right now. You're not doing the things that you know would bring you fulfillment. You're not acting with integrity and according to who you are. And Spirit is saying that the guidance here is to do that. So whatever this cycle is, Spirit is saying it's time to let that close out. What do we have for expression, Spirit? What do you have in expression today? Okay, death and rebirth in reverse, which is similar to the 10 of water, right? There is a transformation. There is a rebirth that wants to happen, but the first cycle has to be closed out completely before this can happen. And that is coupled with the 9 of earth in reverse. And remember, when the 9 of earth in reverse shows up in reverse, it's all about giving too much in areas that are outside of you. It's being charitable with your time, energy, and effort, but being charitable in a way that's detrimental to yourself and the things that serve your highest good. So by not focusing on these, whatever this ending is for you, by not closing it out properly, you're delaying a new beginning from starting. And that's why we have focus and alignment here in the subconscious mind, because you're not actively being focused. You're not actively aligning with that which you know would serve your highest good. And in essence, you're causing delay and you're acting in a way that isn't serving your highest good, right? Because we have integrity in reverse here. I'm going to pull a Gaia Oracle card today to go with this message, because I think it's very clean cut. I think we've been getting similar messages. Could be the timing, right? It could just be that you're afraid of what you would have to lose. I don't know what it is for you specifically. Remember, this is a general energy reading. So if you would like a look into your personal situation. But let's see what Spirit has. What's your last bit of guidance here? What can you tell us? Oof, 2. Okay, we have remembrance and evolution here. So remembrance is all about the resurfacing of past feelings. It's dealing with things. So there are a lot of times in our lives when we feel like we have really dealt with certain things, and then the feeling can hit us when we're not necessarily expecting it. And right now, with the shutdown and with things being out of our control, it could be resurfacing certain feelings for us when we weren't in control in our lives, or things that happened to us that were not necessarily within our control. And Spirit's guidance here with the remembrance card is, when you have those feelings, just to really understand that your feelings are temporary, understand that all situations are not the same, and to really let those past feelings and emotions move through you so that you can experience them and let them go, because that's how healing takes place. And then we have evolution, earth changes, climate change, transformation. And the evolution card is all about new beginnings. It's all about the evolution of the self, the evolution of your life, the evolution of the earth as a whole, right? And that's what we're experiencing right now. We're experiencing evolution in this time of change, in this death and rebirth. And maybe there are things here that might be out of your control right now because you can't act specifically in the way that you want to. But Spirit is really encouraging us, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Spirit is really encouraging us to let our past emotions resurface so that we can let them go, so that we can really move on to the things that would serve our highest good. And Spirit is saying, really tap into your intuition. Use your intuition here, because your intuition is really what is going to be able to guide you to serve your highest good. So thank you all. If you want some journal prompts, I think some good things to think about would be, what are we not letting go of? So What am I holding on to that is no longer serving my highest good? And I think this integrity card in reverse is very interesting. So to think about when we think about what am I not letting go of, what am I trying to hold on to, what would make me be in a place where I am doing the things that I know would bring fulfillment into my life. So I think really focusing on the letting go and the integrity in reverse. So what do I need to let go of, and how can I really act and serve myself in my highest good? And again, if you'd like a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box below. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Sending love and light.